Picoin is hovering at just 44 cents, barely clinging to its value, and only 10% above its dreaded all-time low. I know a lot of people have lost hope, but I've stumbled across something that could flip the entire narrative. Most people are unaware of this, but Picoin has a negative 0.50 correlation with Bitcoin. That means when Bitcoin surges, Pi tends to fall even harder. It's not just a weak correlation, it's an inverse one. But this detail isn't what changes the game. What really stands out right now is that the squeeze momentum indicator has started flashing black dots. And if you know anything about chart patterns, you'll know that this setup has historically triggered recoveries of up to 300%. We are right now sitting at a crucial resistance level, 45 cents. What happens in the next 72 hours could define whether Pi Network becomes one of the greatest comebacks in crypto or just a forgotten footnote in blockchain history. That's why I'm sharing my most time-sensitive Pi Network updates on Telegram and Facebook first. Make sure you follow both. The links are in the description. These insights could either protect your investment or help you exit with dignity before a complete collapse. From a technical standpoint, what I'm seeing is absolutely wild. Either Pi is about to crash and burn, or we're standing at the start of a serious revival. The community has been down lately. I see it in the comments and reactions. And it's hard to blame anyone. We're barely clinging to 44 cents, which is terrifyingly close to the all-time low of 40 cents. I want to be real with you here. When I first began covering Picoin, I never imagined we'd end up this close to rock bottom. Yet, here we are. And we need to be honest about what the data is telling us. What really keeps nagging at me is how Picoin is behaving in relation to Bitcoin. I've seen similar behavior in other altcoins before, and it almost never ends well. Picoin's inverse relationship with Bitcoin means it gets hit even harder when Bitcoin thrives. This is the opposite of what you want from an altcoin. Instead of riding Bitcoin's wave of momentum, Pi seems to drown in it. That's not just unlucky, it's a serious red flag. When your coin falls while Bitcoin rises, you're looking at a foundational issue. It's not just a temporary trend, it's something that needs fixing at the core. But let's talk about the part that caught my eye and kept me from fully giving up. The squeeze momentum indicator, which shows how pressure builds up in price movement, is lighting up with black dots. That might not sound like much, but in the world of crypto trading, those dots often signal a buildup of energy right before a big price movement. It's like winding up a spring. Eventually, it has to release. We're either going to see a dramatic move downward or a surprising surge upward. It reminds me of a rubber band being pulled way too far. Eventually, it's going to snap. The question is, which direction will it go? In Pi's current condition, that snap could easily send us crashing below 40 cents. But I genuinely believe that if just the right wave of buying pressure comes in, the same setup could launch us beyond anything the bears are expecting. Right now, the thing I'm watching more than anything else is the 45-cent resistance level. I've been staring at charts for hours, and this level is absolutely critical. Over the last 2 months, Pi has been rejected at this price point multiple times. Each rejection chips away at investor confidence, and frankly, it's frustrating. But if we do manage to push past 45 cents and hold it as support, it could trigger a run to 49 cents. That would be massive, not just from a charting perspective, but psychologically too. It would change the tone of the whole community. This price level isn't just technical anymore. It's symbolic. It represents the battle between fear and hope. And if we can break through it, the emotional relief could translate into serious buying action and renewed optimism. Let me be totally transparent with you. Picoin is in the fight of its life right now. The market as a whole might be feeling bullish with Bitcoin climbing, but Pi is barely hanging on above its all-time low. That kind of performance disconnect can't be ignored. In a healthy market, good projects at least show signs of following Bitcoin's lead. They recover. They react. But Pi's failure to ride the wave suggests something deeper is wrong. It may be uncertainty in the roadmap, poor communication from the devs, or just lack of real-world use cases. But whatever the reason, it needs to be addressed fast. I've been around crypto long enough to recognize the patterns. When a project becomes isolated from the broader market trend, especially during bullish times, it usually means there are cracks under the surface. If the Pi network wants to turn this around, it needs a serious catalyst, something big. That could be a major exchange listing, proof of real-world utility, a breakthrough in KYC processes, or even just a bold and transparent announcement from the core team. Without that, the project risks slipping out of relevance entirely while the rest of the market moves forward. Still, I haven't lost hope yet. I actually believe there's still a chance for Pi to make one of the greatest turnarounds in crypto history. If the community comes together and drives a wave of buying activity, we might be able to kick off a recovery. The technical setup is ideal. The asset is oversold, momentum is creeping upward, and we're right at a key decision point. But if the community remains quiet and no external catalyst arrives, I fear we'll test 40 cents again, or even fall below it. In my opinion, this is the single most important junction in Pi Network's entire journey. This isn't just another short-term dip. It's not just about waiting out a few red candles. This moment right here will determine whether Pi advances toward global adoption or quietly fades away. The next few days will be revealing. Everything from team actions to community response matters right now more than ever. If the devs pull the trigger on something impactful, like exchange listings, KYC rollout, or tech upgrades, it could change everything. But if we just get silence, it might be the final nail in the coffin for a lot of people. Millions of people believed in Pi at one point, and many of them are still holding on with hope. This short window of time is a test. It will tell us whether that belief was justified or misplaced. If there's a clear move, something big enough to shift momentum, it could restore trust, reinvigorate the project, and give Pi another shot at relevance. But if nothing happens soon, many people will simply give up and move on, silently but permanently. Momentum is building fast in both directions. The community is restless. The crypto market is watching. And what happens next could reshape not just Pi's current price, but its entire future. The core team has a choice to make: act transparently and urgently, or risk irrelevance. And we as pioneers have to decide if we're staying in this fight or stepping away. Here's my honest advice. Whether you're already invested in Pi or just considering your next move, you absolutely must understand these technical levels. 45 cents is the line between hope and collapse. A climb to 49 would restore confidence. A drop to 40 would confirm the worst fears. So please, stay informed. Follow updates. Keep your eyes on the signals. That difference in knowledge might be the gap between a smart move and a devastating loss. If this video helped clarify things for you, please hit that like button. It really helps this channel and this community grow. And I want to hear from you. What do you think? Will Pi break through 45 cents or crash down to 40? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going. You never know who your words might encourage today. Don't forget to subscribe to Profit Quests and turn on your notifications. With how fast things are changing, I'll be dropping updates frequently, and I don't want you to miss them. Also, make sure you join our Telegram channel with the link in the description. That's where I share real-time updates, exclusive insights, and all the latest airdrop opportunities. I believe in this community. No matter how rough things look right now, we've weathered storms before. And maybe, just maybe, our best days with Pi are still ahead. Stay strong, Profit Quests family. Let's see this through together.